Black Death is no joke, man. Hey, I'm coming from Poland. I know everything there is about diesel. Is this Mercedes-Benz approved?
100%. Oh, Jesus.
ESP is just going nuts. Hey guys, welcome back to Legit Street Cars. My name is Alex, and this is the video where we finally get the larger fuel injectors and the bigger main injection pump fitted to the CDI and running. In this video, it's going down, and if I run into any issues, I am not afraid to bust out the old Mercedes-Benz dealership uniform. I already have the pants on, so I'm halfway there. And if you guys watch my videos, you know that this shirt has saved me a couple of times. But if this shirt doesn't work out for some reason, I have a secret weapon. He is from Poland.
I love America.
His name is Marcin, and he has modified a bunch of turbo diesel Mercedes back in his home country, and he's joining us in this video. He's an excellent technician. He knows his stuff, so I'm really excited to have him. But first, I gotta show you guys something really cool. This is the last coat, and it's an amazing coating that you can apply to practically any surface of your vehicle, and it's gonna clean that surface, it's gonna give it a deep glossy shine, and it's gonna protect that surface for up to 6 months. So you can think of this as like a wax but on steroids. So I've done this side of the trunk and I've left this side alone, and this is like your worst case scenario because this car was sitting underneath a tree for like 3 months. I don't know when the last time it was waxed. It's never been paint corrected. And look at this. Everything just slides right off. I did the same thing to the C63 hood. So this is untreated and this is treated, and we're gonna lose it. So let me show you guys how easy it is to apply this. You can use it actually as a standalone waterless wash, so you can just give it about 3 or 4 sprays on the microfiber, and then it's literally just a matter of wiping it on the surface, and then you let it cure for only about 5 minutes and you are done. So it's just about the easiest coating you can put on your paint. It works so well, and if you guys don't like washing your car, this stuff makes everything just glide right off. It's super hydrophobic, so you don't have to worry about the dirt or anything sticking to the paint of your car. So if you guys want to pick up the last coat, I'll leave a coupon code down below. That'll get you 20% off, and if you want, you can get the Weekend Warrior kit, which is what I have. So they give you the clay mitt, their awesome car soap, and then this product called AMP. You can use this as a standalone quick detailer, and it adds some extra shine. So check out the link in the coupon code down below. All right, Marcin just got here, and he's also got an E55, so you know he is legit. What's up, man?
What's up? How's it going?
Everybody, this is Marcin. What's going on? And he is going to be helping me with the CDI. You brought your computer stuff, right?
Yes, I did. It doesn't look very good, but it can do
It's from Amazon,
things.
Right?
Yeah.
So Marcin's going to be messing with the tune on the CDI as well, so you guys are going to learn a little bit about that in this video also. But me and you have a bunch of work to do right now, so let's just get right into it. All right, guys, so we are going to be doing the larger fuel injectors in this video, but this is super easy. You guys have seen me do that a million times. This is the primary objective of today, which is this larger main injection pump. So before we start kind of ripping and tearing, Marcin is going to give us the lowdown so you guys know kind of quickly what has to be done to fit this on a CDI engine.
We're going to remove the radiator support here, the fan obviously, so we get a lot of room. We have to modify the cover. It's a diamond cover. We're gonna do new fuel lines for it. We have to switch the fittings for the fuel lines, reroute the belt, and then start it up and see how she runs. All right, I'm working on getting the pump off while Marcin is putting the new injectors in. And I ran this engine for like 50 miles with the old seals just to basically get the car off the street into my garage, and then I drove to work once. And that is enough for the Black Death to creep in and freeze one of the injectors in. Oh, come on. Why? This shouldn't be that bad. You can't even see any Black Death. Let's go. Jesus. Guys, Black Death is no joke, man. Replace those seals if they're leaking. Learn my lesson. It's coming. Aha! You got nothing on the old slide hammer. Yep, it's building up already. Look at that. Once I remember Black Death was so bad, I had a car, the injector wouldn't come out. So you had that tool that was chained to the ceiling, and the car was lifted off the ground. the wheels were like this high off the ground, and the injector wouldn't let go. Yeah.
You lifted the car with the fuel injector?
Yeah. We had to remove the head, get a new head, because that one was screwed up, obviously.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, you can feel that this one is really stuck.
No. Do it for Poland, Marcin.
I love America.
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
I love America.
Wait, are we allowed? Do you think we could swear in Polish on YouTube and get? I wonder if we
get away with it.
That's kurwa, right? Is that?
Oh yeah.
That's, all right.
You got it right, man.
All right, so you guys saw in my injector video that I used a tool like this to clean out the seat where the injector sits. But something that's very important that I don't think I mentioned in that video is that you got to put some grease on this here. That way it catches anything before it falls into the cylinders. Both of us have done this a few times, and it's never seemed to fail with a little bit of grease. There you go. All right. Here we go. Got a little seal in there. That's it? Yep. Cool. All right, I did the hard part.
Hold on. There.
Nice.
She's off.
She's off. Now you got the rest of this, right? All right, so Marcin is finishing up the fuel injectors. So we got our brand new fuel injectors in. If you guys remember from the last video, these are the factory Bosch injectors, but we sent them to Rochester Diesel, and they were able to hone those out for about 25% more fuel. What is the most power you've gotten out of an OM 648 engine?
Just over 400 horse and close to 900 newts. But it was completely rebuilt with like rebuilt transmission and torque converter, so it would withstand the torque.
Do you think I'll hurt this trans? I guess if we don't have the power come on super early, right?
No, we will keep it like so. It's like it's a daily driver, safe to drive in it, and there's gonna be no issues with the transmission whatsoever.
Guaranteed?
Guaranteed.
For life? All right, so I have both of the injection pumps on the bench, and we have a little bit of bench work to be done. So these two fittings right here, we need to remove these from the old pump and then replace these two. So these are two fittings that won't work with the fuel lines on the CDI. And then this valve here, as you can see, this connector comes off at a 90 and this one is straight. So we need to swap those so our harness fits. And then this is the fuel temperature sensor, and we can just leave this plugged in and not have it in the fuel stream. And I guess that doesn't really cause any issues, but eventually I'll probably get this inside of some fuel. So we'll run it in line with one of the hoses just so everything is done a little bit more proper. All right, I'm all done swapping everything onto the new pump. And if you guys are wondering why I'm tightening fittings up with vice grips, it's because take a look at these fittings. I have no idea what tool is supposed to go on there, but coincidentally, the teeth on the vice grips bites right into that, so it's perfect. All right, so the pump is all done. Let's go check in with Marcin. Don't break those bolts off, Marcin.
I won't.
Is that almost broken?
Jesus.
Torquing these stretch bolts can be quite stressful. Almost there, dude. Wait, did you just skip one?
Yeah, I did it on purpose.
That's the one you're going to give me because you know it's going to break off?
Yeah.
All right, I see how it is. You can do it. Do you know about the you can do it?
Yep. There. All done.
Good job, dude.
Yeah.
All right. All right, guys. So this is the new pump, and I just wanted to show you what we're running into and why this doesn't just simply bolt up to the car. So basically right in here, we're going to have to cut this little metal portion where my finger is. That is part of the thermostat housing. And so there's a little plate that I'd removed that's not going back on, but this pump will not fit unless we chop this ear off. No big deal at all. It's not going to affect anything. And then other than that, Marcin, what else do we run into here that needs to be modified?
Right here, we're going to have to cut this section off a little bit. Once this is all fitted, as you can see, there's like fitment issue here. But this wheel, this idler wheel, it will be gone, and we're going to be replacing that one with the small one that we got from the TDI engine.
Right, it's off a little 4-cylinder TDI, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. All right, so we have to, at this point, take off this front cover. And this is just like a little top portion of the front cover, so not a huge deal. You don't have to rip apart the whole front of the engine or even take the valve cover off necessarily. So you pretty much just drive diesels out in Poland?
Yep.
Never had a gas car?
I did, but mostly I would get a diesel because they're really popular, and diesel prices are like a little bit lower than...
Yeah. Whenever I go back to Italy, like my cousins are always a mix. They're like torn.
Yeah.
I got like part of them will have like gas cars, part of them will have diesel. They're all, I don't know, at least out there, just so underpowered though. Yeah. Like I want to open up a speed shop in Italy.
Okay, we need
There we go. Here's my 200,000 mile engine.
no wear whatsoever.
Nice. That's great. Is this Mercedes-Benz approved?
100%.
All right, so we have the front cover off, obviously, because the first thing we want to do is grind away just enough. Ooh, we're getting there, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we got to do some more. Take a look, guys. My professionally modified thermostat housing to fit the bigger pump. Marcin, do the honors.
Okay.
I mean, we already know it fits. We already tried it, but take a look. Now we can get bolts in there. God, if only we didn't have to run a front cover, you know? You could probably just plug this hole up.
Just weld it off.
Just weld it up. All right, so we got plenty of clearance right in there is what we're looking at. And yeah, now we'll kind of figure out what we got to do with this front cover, but it shouldn't be too bad.
Okay, so we're gonna have to like go somewhere like that.
So I mean, that ear of the cover basically isn't gonna be doing anything anymore.
Here?
Yeah, right?
No.
The bolt will be on a little part of it.
No, we're gonna just get rid of this, and this is gonna be sealed.
Yeah.
And right here.
I really gotta hack this thing up, don't we?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's either this or...
Bye-bye timing cover. This feels so wrong. How's she look, Marcin?
We will, let's try to make it fit, and we will see if it lines up with the mark there.
All right.
Might be warm.
It is kind of hot. I guess if we go too far, though, we could just go to our local auto parts store and pick this up, right?
Oh, yeah. It's probably stocked on the shelf.
All right, here we go.
That's how they do it in Italy?
Yeah, this is official. Oh, man, I don't know if we have any left in here. Hang on, we got it. I'm really particular when it comes to... Oh, there we go. Oh. Woo!
Yeah.
Yep, this is an actual Italian tool.
Am I allowed to say guinea or no?
I don't know. I don't take offense to it, so hopefully none of my viewers do.
Well, you beep it out.
Yeah, there you go. I don't really take offense to really anything like that. All right, guys, so we are going to put the front cover back on. I really didn't do that bad of a job with the RTV. But I just wanted to mention that we're going to be leaving the dowel pins out. There's 2 dowel pins in this just as we do the installation, because we're going to need to kind of like fit these 2 pins into the plastic guide for the timing chain. So it's just kind of easier to finagle this in, push it up against the valve cover gasket, and then we'll put the pins in after. So here we go. And see, these are the pins right here, and then our guide is in there. So you guys saw that guide when we took it out. It came out with the front cover, but you want to put it in there first. And it's kind of a little tricky. I'm just trying to get that. Oh, that is in there. Okay.
Yep. Twist it this way.
There we go. And if you guys have a leaking valve cover gasket, this would be a fine time to replace it, but ours didn't have any leak whatsoever. It still feels very soft. Still feels very soft, so we're just gonna roll with it in this case. So we're gonna get our bolts in now. And yes, we are missing one of the bolts here. And guys, in reality, this probably isn't gonna cause an issue. Marston's done quite a few of these this way, and none of them have ever leaked. But if you guys are worried about this, I will keep you updated a few thousand miles from now to let you know. Click, click.
Yeah. Click, click. Exactly.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Would you look at that?
Very nice. Look at that.
Yeah. There you go.
Look at that. And who would have thought? I got a random message one day. Hey, I'm coming from Poland. I know everything there is about diesels. just to let you guys know, because some people actually do fly around working on cars. Marston coincidentally moved to Chicago. He was watching my videos for a little bit, moved to Chicago, and he is a Mercedes-Benz technician at the dealer, but you probably don't do stuff like this at the dealer. I don't remember us doing.
It doesn't involve any grinding of parts, but yeah, you don't get those a lot at the dealer, so. She's on.
All right, so right now we are replacing these two fuel hoses because they go to different places slightly on the new pump and they just don't work out. And also because of their age, they are not flexible at all. Like, these are basically plastic towards the end, so we're putting some brand new fuel-approved hose on right now with some clamps, and we should be good to go. Right now, Marston is totally hacking up my wiring harness because we have to extend part of it. If you guys remember, we swapped out the valve. What is this valve anyway?
It's a quantity control valve.
Okay, so this valve right here is a little bit different. So it used to be on this side of the pump, and now we have to extend the harness over to the other side. No big deal. We shouldn't have to splice it or have to solder anything. Guys, I found some of the original electrical tape from my Mercedes dealer days that I...
What?
Whoa! that I totally bought and paid for, but yeah, so this is going to be totally factory. Look at that. This is going to be nice. Hopefully we don't run out. We'll have to start using the shiny stuff. Then people know we were in here.
Okay.
All right. So right now we are
adjusting.
Adjusting, right? This is a factory adjustment technique on the metal fuel line.
According to workshop information system manual.
Right? One that we may or may not have written our own at this point, but yeah, we're bending the fuel line so it reaches the pump. This is some seriously strong
It's high
steel.
pressure, 1600 bars, whatever it is in PSI.
Right.
In your weird American units.
All we need is an Italian and a Polish guy here.
And a Polak. Polacek.
Is that how you say it? What is that?
Polacek? It's like tiny little Polish guy.
Polacek?
Polacek, yeah.
All right. Dude, I know a new one now. Get to work, Polacek.
Yeah.
Wait, is this where we get to say kurva?
No.
Or that's when you really break something.
Yeah.
Right?
If I would break that bolt, then you would hear me saying that.
All right, guys, we are ready to start the CDI for the first time with the new pump and the injectors. And I think that's
We don't know what's going to happen.
We don't know what's going to happen, right? But I think it'll start, right?
It should.
After it cranks for a while?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. So
you have the safety measure right here. If it's going to be a crazy runaway, just lose one of the lines and it's going to shut it down.
Wait, you really think it might run away?
You never know. It's a diesel, man.
I did see that once at the dealer, so thanks.
Yeah.
You'll be over there nice and clean. I'll be doused in fuel. All right, here we go. Don't run away. Hey! I don't need this. All right. Runs good. Let's check out the belt. I gotta say, that's looking good too. I'll tell you guys what we did with the belt, but basically that pulley is not factory, and neither is that guy right there. Are they both Volkswagen TDI pulleys, right? Yep. We got a little Volkswagen going on under the hood. Sounds good though, man.
I'm gonna give it gas.
All right, let's open the door. Hang on. I don't want to get smoked out. All right, whenever you're ready. We got a little belt chirp. All right, so we think the chirping is a bad belt tensioner. Let's take a look. So right there, I think it's moving a little bit. Do it again. All right, so Marcin is currently messing around with the software on the computer to get this thing to run even better than it does right now. But something I wanted to show you in the meantime is what we had to do with the pulleys. So we had to replace 2 of the pulleys on the front of this engine with Volkswagen TDI pulleys, and Marcin knew exactly which part numbers to order. Of course, we got those from FCPEURO, lifetime warranty, along with the fuel injectors as well. So I'll leave links to all this stuff and part numbers down below. But this pulley right here is much smaller than the factory one. The factory pulley will physically get in the way of installing the pump. And then this guy right here is about the same diameter, but it shifts the belt up. And we need to do that so that this portion of the belt doesn't hit the belt over the water pump. All right, so we warmed up the engine by driving around. It's running really good. Let's give it a little love. Oh, we broke traction. Yeah, it's cutting in and out right now. That's probably has something to do with the
Fuel pressure.
It's freaking out because of the new fuel pump and high fuel pressure. It does kind of feel faster though. Let's feel this torque here. Oh, yeah, it just kicks traction control and then the fuel cut. Yeah, we gotta mess with that. Whoa. Oh, geez, dude, this thing is fast.
And we still at, like, I would say 65 to 70% of maximum fueling.
Really?
Yeah.
So what do you have to do to get it up to 100%? It's just in
we
the
need
tune,
a
right?
dyno. We need a dyno for that, so we can see how the torque curve is going. We don't want it like rising rapidly, so we don't damage anything.
Right.
And we have to control the injection time and look at the your gauge there for the exhaust temperature. Right. So we don't melt anything.
We don't want to melt.
No.
All right, here's our boost test. Woo! God, the trans shifts so slow.
Yeah.
It felt good though. It felt really good.
We're at 1.5 right away, which is like in bars, obviously.
Yeah, right.
So we can probably have it a little bit more, but with the catless downpipe, I would go with like 1.7 bars, and then I'll add more fuel.
Whoa. Alright, we were getting up to like 1500 on the EGTs. I mean, what's your opinion on that? I know it'll go down once we get rid of the cab.
Yeah, it's still fine. Like, we are not fine-tuning.
Right.
We're not doing that yet. We just want to test the ability of the fueling system right now. So we do have a lot of fuel coming on the early stages of accelerating, which is really good.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we can mess around with injection time.
Okay.
So that will probably bring down the EGT drastically.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, ESP is just going nuts. Oh, it feels good though, man. Woo! This puts a big smile on my face. This is awesome. All right, guys, that will do it for today's video. The CDI is running awesome. We didn't have to go to the parts store for literally anything. I didn't have to put on the shirt. And I gotta say, overall, this is a very, very successful little project. Thanks to Marcin here, who came specifically from Poland. Now he's flying out right now back to Poland. Then he'll be, I'm just kidding. He's driving his E55 back home, and we will see him in the next video. Right? That's right, gyros. So next video on the CDI, we are gonna be on the dyno, and he is gonna be tuning the car on the dyno. So we're gonna have a ton more information on tuning the CDI. We're going for big numbers, big power, and eventually we'll make it to the track.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you guys liked this video, if you like Marcin, give it a thumbs up, share the video, subscribe if you're new, and most importantly, have an awesome day. I'll catch all of you in the next video.